My name is Muhammad Aziman bin Ismail.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Mustana.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Syamina binti Muhammad Razi.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sofia Balkis binti Azali.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Arnazifa binti Muhammad Zuhaimi.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Norain binti Muhammad Afandi. I am from AP 2295C. A study was carried out to assessing the physical level of Kereta Api Tanah Melayu building in Seremban Negeri Sembilan. Besides that, it is also a preliminary record of the condition for the entire building fabric from the ceiling to the floor and the surrounding area before being converted into the new function of building. The study was conducted to identify the physical damage, and the preliminary inspection on the railway station were carried out to inspect and report the damage of the building. The station is constructed between 1904 and 1910 to serve KTM intercity services on the railway network connecting Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. It is cost almost $26,000, and the station had the major remodeling from February 6 to April 12, 1994. It is started providing services since 1995. The station Kereta Api building has been gazetted as a heritage building in 2015. The scope of work involves work conservation of building that must comply with the National Heritage Act 2005, which is Act 655, as well as Garis Panduan Pemuliharaan Bangunan Warisan 2017 by the Jabatan Warisan Negara. Seremban was known as Sungai Ujung, and it was opened in 1840, and Seremban railway station is located at the western end of Seremban, Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia. The station Kereta Api also near with a few surrounding buildings, which is Seremban Prima Shopping Mall building, Pejabat Pos Besar Daerah Seremban building, near with the Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB building, and also near with the main field of SMK King George V, and a few more buildings nearest the station Kereta Api Seremban building.
Okay, next is about the existing building in the area of KTMB Seremban. As we went to the KTMB Seremban, we found many existing buildings in area of 300 meter radius. Firstly, Seremban Prima Shopping Mall, which located on the opposite side of KTMB Seremban. Second is Tenaga Nasional Berhad at Jalan Datuk Bandar Tunggal. Then, Pejabat Pos Besar Seremban in front of KTMB Seremban through traffic light. Next is SMK King George V Field that used for students from SMK King George V. Lastly, Residency Seremban Central Prima, which have some abandoned old house of TMB staff. After that, I will explain about building significant at KTMB Seremban. The first is Sisik Naga carvings. The carving of Sisik Naga is a decorative element which can be found in Indochina, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The other names are Climax and Dragon. Next is Potong Bawang Dome. The design is also popular in India. It was the first use of onion shape in 19th century in Malaysia. The design is influenced by Mongol architecture. The third is roof tiles of the station building. It covered by two layers of hip roof, one at the bottom and one at the top. The building used clay roof tiles as usual for all building. After that, the beam. The building used timber beam to support the roof, and the veranda is supported by wooden beams. And then, tunjuk langit or buah buton. It is a wood of 60 cm to 100 cm installed at the top of roof. It also have been known as reflection of beauty of aesthetical elements that carry deeper philosophical and sacred meanings. So the last part that I will present is about traffic flow at the KTMB Seremban. According to the traffic flow for morning hours, there is a busy traffic at the station due to the hours for people went to the workplace and school. For afternoon hours, the average of traffic flow is not too busy because of less people use the route. And in the evening hours, the traffic flow become barely used because of some places that close after 5 p.m.
I will explain about the SWOT analysis. In this proposed area, they have the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat to be explained. KTMB Seremban has the strength in the building, such as there are a lot of transportation facilities nearby, for example, train, taxi, and bus. It will be easier to access the location due to the public transportation. Besides, the building is built at the center of Seremban town and tourist attraction because the building is well known as a heritage building. The KTMB Seremban also has a good ventilation inside the building because there are a lot of windows provided. With all the strength, there will be a weakness for the building and the area. First, there are a lot of defects found in the building structures element after JKR performed the dilapidation survey. Due to numerous defects, this building will decrease the aesthetically pleasing look for its element. Furthermore, the area around the rail has some issue, such as risk of flooding during heavy rain. When flooded, the train schedule will be delayed. Because of the building is located in the center of Seremban, they are facing the traffic jam during the peak hours. Is when the people park their cars in front of the building bus stop near the main road. The building also has the opportunity to develop. The first opportunity is to construct a new attraction in the building, such as converting it into a new function for the building by incorporating conservation work into the structure work. Heritage building can be done but not demolish the heritage part due to the Act. As a result, other opportunity is building to be more aesthetically pleasing with a new green element for a healthy environment. KTMB Seremban building and area have some threat that they have been facing, such as criminal cases involving snatching activities due to the fact that the building is public. Besides, the area on the platform is less secure due to some suicide cases inside the train rail. Last but not least, the threat that has been faced is that this is an area of high voltage electricity that can have an effect on the area if the lightning continues. Now, I will explain the Uniform Building Bylaw 1984 and the National Heritage Act of 645. Based on our site survey at the KTMB Seremban, we found that the building itself followed the UBBL Act and one of them did not comply with the Act. Here are examples of the 4 elements of the Act, such as first is the access from the street to the building is complied. The dimension of the staircase is not complied due to the riser being different for each step. The building also provided facilities for disabled people which were complied. For example, they provided parking for PWDs in front of the entrance. Lastly, they provided a lift that was standard with the UBBL 1984. Based on the National Heritage Act 645, if conducting the inspection, maintenance, or conservation work, we need to follow the Act under care of heritage sites, Section 38.1a, which states, make arrangement with the owner or occupier for the inspection, maintenance, conservation, and preservation of the heritage site. Besides, based on the inspection of heritage site, Section 39.1, it stated that the owner or occupier of a heritage site situated on a alienated land shall permit the commissioner or any authorized officer to enter upon the site to inspect, survey, investigate, or carry out any work necessary for the conservation, repair, maintenance, and cleanliness as is deemed expedient or necessary. We can easily inspect heritage building without the approval or permit of the KTMB building officer. Last, based on the National Heritage Act 645, duty to keep heritage site in a good repair, Section 42.1, states that the owner of heritage site shall ensure that the heritage site is always in a state of a good repair. But when we did the survey alone, we found many defects that were not yet repaired. Based on our site survey at KTMB Seremban and from the dilapidation report from JKR, we found that the 3 top ranking types of defect in the building are defect on column structures,
with some defects such as broken and unsafe structural elements, which accounted for 51% of the pie chart. Next is 36% of the pie chart is defected because an element of timber is rotting, and the last 13% of wall is broken and missing due to the building's age and vandalism. There are many possible factors that contribute to the defects.
For our purpose on adaptive reuse of kereta api Tanah Melayu Berhad Seremban, my group choose to do a bookstore and cafe named as Pustaka Railway. For introduction on proposal, which is Pustaka Railway is a bookstore combined with a cafe that inspired by the exceptional concept of train station to enhance the original heritage value and attract motorists to visit and admire the intricate detail of the building. For detail of site plan, only 300 meter radius area that have been focused on conservation work for kereta api Tanah Melayu Berhad Seremban. As we can see, the yellow road indicate the main road and the blue one indicate the secondary road as well as their traffic flow. Our aim on this proposal is to keep the authenticity of the building while maintain the classic concept design to remain the history of the building from the structure itself. And our objective are to cultivate a culture among the community around Seremban, to preserve identity and to bring a new life into the function and appearance of the building.
I will be explaining on the concept references, functions, green elements, and the details of elements proposed for the Pustaka Railway. The Pustaka Railway concept of design is a combination of minimalist aesthetic, classic traditional, and artistic. The concept of the building can be seen through the interior design and the arrangement of space of the building. These concepts were chosen in order to keep the originality of the building while also maintaining the existing structure but with new functions. The main function of Pustaka Railway is a minimalist aesthetic bookstore with a comfortable environment along with the combination of an artistic cafeteria. The cafe is located inside an old train at the KTM station to symbolize the historical value of the building. For the concept references, as you can see in the pictures, the cafe's dining area is inside the old train but also have a sitting area outside of the train. Customers or visitors can take pictures or videos and share their experiences to attract more visitors. The kitchen's concept is a minimalist but very functional kitchen that has a very good flow. For the office concept, it is a minimalist with a good space arrangement. As you can see in the picture, the tables are arranged by the wall to give a good spacious feeling for the bookstore. The minimalist concept brings out calmness and a comfortable environment to readers, while the lounge area is also provided to enjoy the materials that they are reading. For the green element of the building, we proposed using LED lights as it is brighter and it is energy saving. The second green element is aluminium curtain wall. This allows natural sunlight to penetrate to the building. The natural sunlight is actually better for the eyes, so that is why we chose curtain wall. The third one is solar panel, which is an eco-friendly way to generate power to supply to the building. Details of element, we used flat roof to lay out the solar panels used and a clay roof tile for the other part of the roof. For flooring, we used vinyl, ceramic and porcelain tiles as well as 4-bow flooring. We also used concrete staircase for inside the bookstore, concrete ramp as well as stainless steel railing. There's also a partition wall and a double glass door and the glass curtain wall.
As you can see, this is a part of the view for this Pustaka Railway. For the floor plan, the red line represent the new work and the structure. For the new space layout, we add a few space such as a bookstore and a lunch area. Other than that, we change the existing building into a cafe and administration office as stated in plan. All platform will be an opening area and train will be closed for dining area. For the roof line, we propose a new roof line with a gable design and combination of flat roof with solar panel. This is the elevation for the front and rear. This is for left and right. And this is roof line. We locate the solar panel on the flat roof. We've considered the sun orientation for the optimum power supply. This is the detail for the floor plan. For the cafe, we divide with open and closed area, which is open at the platform and closed in the train. At open area, we use cement screed and closed area with a four-bowl flooring transport for the floor finishes. For the kitchen, we reuse the driver room and also provide with the pantry. At office, we use it as an administration for the cafe and the bookstore. It completes with the meeting room and the restroom. For the bookstore, we propose a concrete ramp which can be used for the disabled person and trolley. It will connect at the higher level of the bookstore. For the entrance, we use automatic sliding door to facilitate with the disabled person. After past the entrance, you will be at the display and the stationery area with a vinyl floor finishes. Inside the bookstore, we propose for the new toilet complete with for disabled person and will be divided for the male and the female. We also provide surau for the customer perform solat with the final floor finishes. Now we go to the upper area. It's offer lunch and reading area for the personnel and discussion. It completes with vinyl floor finishes. Lastly, for the landscape, we propose shrub at rear which act as a natural barrier, while kaya act as a blocker from the sunlight which directly into the building. This will reduce the temperature in the building. At the front side, we propose palm tree which functioning as an ornamental tree. For the side, we propose a gel pink dentist and white ignition purple to offer more colorful view. This is the view for all the side for the building.